Welcome to the New York University School of Global Public Health, celebrating the class of 2025. Thank you, Ann Matson, President of the GPH Alumni Association, for leading us into the auditorium with our school banner. Before we begin, we want to remind everyone that the free exchange of ideas and open inquiry are bedrock principles that we all cherish at NYU. Today marks a special day for us all, and it is our earnest desire, as well as a matter of policy, that we are able to engage in this most sacred exercise without interference or disruption, so that we may properly honor and highlight this momentous occasion and the significant accomplishments of our graduates. Please enjoy this video about the School of Global Public Health and our community.
Here in the world's most global city, we are driven, we are curious, we are resilient. At the New York University School of Global Public Health, we envision a world where all people experience health and well-being as a human right rather than a privilege. From Boston to Beijing, Lagos to Los Angeles, our world is always evolving, and we must be ready to meet tomorrow's emerging public health needs. At 708 Broadway, in the heart of downtown Manhattan, we are building upon NYU's legacy of over 90 years of health education. And today, we are training the next generation of public health leaders. Ambitious students ask hard questions, working alongside renowned faculty to power our research ventures. Our alumni, who work in over 40 countries, are building a future of optimal health for all people. At NYU GPH, we view challenges as opportunities, diversity as our strength, and collaboration as the key to transformative education. We create the future we envision by working together, and it starts right here at the New York University School of Global Public Health.
Please welcome to the stage Interim Dean Melody Goodman, NYU School of Global Public Health.
Welcome, esteemed faculty, staff, family, friends, and most importantly, welcome to the 2025 graduating class of NYU School of Global Public Health. We gather here today not just to celebrate the culmination of years of study, but to witness the birth of a vanguard, a group of future leaders poised to transform the landscape of global public health. You haven't just earned degrees, you've ignited a passion, a fire within yourselves, a relentless pursuit for a healthier world. The classrooms you've occupied haven't just housed lectures on epidemiology and biostatistics, they've been crucibles where the passion was forged, guided by the very principles that define the NYU School of Global Public Health. We think big, we go far, we learn together, and we inspire change. Working in public health requires unwavering dedication and tireless efforts, often unseen and unsung in the face of complex challenges. Let's face it, public health is often like being handed a basket of lemons and being told to make hot chocolate. It's not a walk in the park. Resources are scarce, problems are often complex, and solutions rarely come easily. But here's the thing about public health. It's not just a profession. It's a calling, a relentless pursuit of well-being, and the foundation upon which thriving societies are built. And now, more than ever, the world needs your expertise to prevent disease, promote health, and protect communities locally and globally. Here's one thing I want you to hold on to today. The important titles you chase, epidemiologist, health policy analyst, community advocate, they're merely rented like apartments. What truly defines you is the character that you've built here at NYU. That is your true currency. Remember the late-night discussions dissecting public health challenges, the heated debates about policy interventions, and the exhaustion after tirelessly advocating for underserved communities. A thirst for important titles didn't fuel these experiences. They were driven by a deep, unwavering commitment to the well-being of others, a commitment that was nurtured by the collaborative spirit and the exceptional faculty we have at NYU School of Global Public Health. Your commitment and the fire in your heart, that is the value that you bring to the world, and that is the energy that will drive you forward when the path gets rough and when obstacles seem insurmountable. You will encounter moments of frustration and often feel like a voice in a cacophony, but let me remind you of the power of the ripple effect. Every research solution, every policy advocated for, every life you touch creates ripples that expand outward, fostering healthier communities. NYU GPH class of 2025, your passion is infectious, your resilience is inspiring, and your contributions are invaluable. Thank you for your unwavering commitment, intellectual rigor, and compassionate hearts. So, esteemed graduates, as you step onto the global public health stage, hold on to that fire. Your unique backgrounds, experiences, and the character that you've nurtured here at NYU GPH are your most valuable assets. You are the change makers, the pioneers, the public health dragon slayers, the champions for a world where health is a right and not a privilege. I wish you all the best of luck. Congratulations, and go forward with passion and purpose. It is now my honor and privilege to introduce our keynote speaker, Dr. Deanna Wathington. Dr. Wathington serves as the president of the American Public Health Association. She's the clinical director of Reach Up, Inc., professor at the University of South Florida College of Public Health, and executive director of the Consortium of African American Public Health Programs. She previously served as the founding dean of Bethune-Cookman University College of Health Sciences. Dr. Wathington's work and scholarly efforts have centered on health equity, clinical community linkages, maternal and child health, equitable community development, and expanding diversity within the health professions. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Wathington to the podium.
Hi, good afternoon. I would like to thank the university, the School of Global Public Health, your outstanding dean, Dr. Melody Goodman, your associate deans and administration, your awesome faculty, and your incredible staff for the invitation to speak and for welcoming me here so warmly. I would also like to thank your parents and loved ones for sharing you with the School of Global Public Health and supporting you, whether emotionally, mentally, or financially, through your graduate studies here. And of course, I want to thank you for bringing your curiosity, your dedication, your brilliance, your passion, all of that to the fore as you completed each class, each step towards this day. This is indeed a momentous occasion, and as the proud mom of an NYU graduate alumnus, a Draper Scholar, I am pleased to have the opportunity to return here once again and truly honored to wear the regalia of New York University's School of Global Public Health. In the next few minutes, I hope to convey my immense pride in all of you, provide a few words of encouragement, and offer my heartfelt congratulations on your achievement. So, today is the day you have worked towards literally for years. You have been called to the legacy of service, advocacy, and leadership that is public health. I welcome you as colleagues in this vital field with its plethora of disciplines, all devoted to ensuring the health of all of the humans, all of the folks who call this country and this globe home. The World Health Organization defines health as a complete state of physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. Public health is the umbrella under which we all labor, whether we are engaging in a large-scale media campaign about epilepsy, working to maintain or clean a waterway, developing a cure for cancer, remediating a brownfield, conducting a small group nutrition or lactation education session, or investigating an infectious disease outbreak. It is the work of ensuring and assuring the health of the public. Public health professionals, public health practitioners, are guided by the core functions of the field, as you know: assessment, policy development, and assurance. It is imperative that we collect, analyze, share, and review information about the health of our communities as we work toward achieving improved health status for all of our populations. We must hold steadfast to utilizing scientific knowledge and credible, demonstrated evidence as we lead and contribute to policy and regulatory decision-making to positively impact the health of Americans and those abroad. And to fulfill our third function, we commit wholeheartedly to ensuring provision of necessary and crucial services to the populations we serve. Many of you may know my priorities for this year as I fulfill the honor of serving as president of the American Public Health Association. And I bring you greetings and congratulations on behalf of our 153-year-old association. My priorities include the following. 1, serving as a representative voice of APHA's mission, policy priorities, and strategic plan, especially as it pertains to administration and policy changes, cabinet appointments, and public health infrastructure disruption. 2, challenging us, all of us, ourselves, to create and implement a broader health equity approach which consistently considers multiple layers of the populations that we are serving. So in addition to race, we consider aging, disability status, LGBTQ+, ethnicity, culture, language. 3, we continue to advocate for and support efforts focused on reproductive justice, maternal health, indigenous health, and the health of unsheltered populations and immigrants and refugees. But of all of my priorities, however, 2 have risen this year with clarion urgency. They have always been foundational to our work, but this year in particular. Rethinking funding strategies for public health to truly optimize community engagement, health impact, and sustainability. And the second is supporting the public health workforce, now more than ever, including recruitment, retention, and credentialing efforts to bring new students and professionals into the public health workforce, such as yourself. Yes, this can feel like an overwhelming period in the history of our field, and you may be asking yourself, where do I begin? Chris Gardner, the author of Pursuit of Happiness and Permission to Dream, who went from being unhoused to becoming a highly successful businessman, proposes that you simply start where you are. He states that there is nothing you most need for starting than the resources that are already yours, and that the quest to become successful is universal. I have welcomed graduating students into public health for many years now, and I usually say, welcome to the journey, welcome to the fight against acute and chronic disease, motor vehicle accidents, violence, natural disasters, and chronic underfunding, because it is indeed a movement. It is a battle we engage in to keep all of our populations healthy. However, in this current era, we now add mis- and disinformation, distrust, loss of infrastructure, and apathy to that list. However, I believe that regardless of the times, we can still do what we are called to do because we were built for this. The structures and processes, the public health systems we created, particularly over the last 100 years, came to fruition because they were absolutely needed and are highlighted by our achievements in protecting the public's health during that time. Those were hard-fought victories, and it appears that we are fighting those battles once again in this century, along with climate change and other pressing issues. No matter what, I want you to be clear that the people that we serve and what they need, what they require to be healthy, to live a long and quality-filled lifespan, have not changed and are still here. Therefore, we are still here. We need to be here and will continue to be. Benjamin Zander, conductor of the Boston Philharmonic Orchestra, and his wife, Rosamund Zander, a family therapist, are the authors of The Art of Possibility, Transforming Professional and Personal Life. They acknowledge that revolutionary shifts in the operational structures of our world seem to call for new definitions of who we are and what we are here for. They urge us to be present in the way things are and come to terms with what is in front of us, and then move on to transform unwanted conditions by attending to the possibilities we desire or can create. In our field, the revolutionary shift is actively occurring, and there are a number of questions that now lie before us. In this era of change, what should public health look like, and how will it continue to engage in its mission successfully? How do we adapt and maximize sustainable funding sources? And who will we invite to be under the big tent with us? The answers truly require a deliberative, systems and evidence-based approach and a conversation amongst us. Much of what we do and have done works, but some of what we did required improvement or change. Let me offer you a short scenario from the Art of Possibility. A telecom company sends 2 marketing scouts to an undeveloped area in Florida. They're going to study prospects for expanding business there. One sends back an email to his supervisor saying, "The situation is hopeless. They all have copper-based landlines. No one has broadband." The other writes back triumphantly, "Great business opportunity. They only have copper-based landlines here. They have no broadband." Which scout will we choose to be? Will we step into a universe of possibilities to build on our strong foundation to create a new and revitalized framework? Will we start from where we are? Io Magwood, a brilliant social scientist, says none of us is to blame for the past, but we are all collectively responsible for the future. So, the professor in me has to notify you that you have 2 remaining homework assignments in the syllabus for this commencement. There is a catchphrase utilized at NASA's Kennedy Center, one of my favorite places. It is, "Be greater than average." Today, I say to all of you, we already know you are greater than average, and the evidence is on display because you are all about to become alumni of the New York University School of Global Public Health. Therefore, the first assignment is to be greater than the discord, greater than the funding concerns, greater than the misunderstanding and misinformation, greater than the uncertainty. Be greater than, period. For the second assignment, I'll leave you with 5 foundational tenets tied to my own personal model of spark, elevate, transform. Number 1, keep your why. What is your spark? Why did you decide to join public health? What is your passion? Feed it, and don't forget, even when your hair is like mine. Keep your faith. What elevates you? From what and where do you draw strength? Heather McGhee, the author of The Sum of Us, says, "Nothing about our situation is inevitable or immutable. We truly do need one another. And I say that as public health professionals and as Americans, we have the ability to continue moving towards what she calls a solidarity dividend, where we can recognize, appreciate, and benefit from the brilliant synergy that we create together." Number 3, live your truth. Be authentically you. Remember, you are in charge of your attitude and your approach every day. Chris Gardner says, "Continue taking the steps to get to the best version of you. And even if they are baby steps, all of the steps count as long as you move forward." 4, lead the way. What will you transform about public health? Make a difference one day at a time. One project, one community, one hypothesis, one treatment, one policy at a time. And number 5, remember rule number 6. What is that, you say? Don't take yourself so seriously. This is a basic rule in the Art of Possibility. I urge you to engage in self-care and rest when you can. The adage that you can't pour from an empty cup is quite fitting as we protect ourselves from the threats to our livelihood. So, as I close, please know that you are ready. The country, the world, and this era and time are ready for you to spark, elevate, transform the field of public health. I believe in the inherent worth of the work we do, the lives we save, the populations we care for. I know you do too. We know that we are and we will continue to be the disease detectives, the environmental guardians, the preparedness posse, the disaster responders, the solution-producing protectors, the invisible shield. At this moment in time, you have to be more visible, more united, more innovative, more determined, a little louder, and just as brilliant and trailblazing as your forebears in the field. Today, as we celebrate your accomplishments, class of 2025, I wish you success and hope that you find purpose, fulfillment, and joy in every day of this work. Start where you are and then soar. Thank you.
Everyone take a picture. Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Deanna Wathington. Please welcome to the stage Diana Silver, Vice Dean of Faculty Affairs and Professor of Public Health Policy and Management, to introduce this year's student speaker, Nora Caroline Day.
Good afternoon, and congratulations to all of you. I have the distinct pleasure to introduce our student speaker, Nora Day. Nora is graduating from the Department of Public Health Policy and Management, and she has been a fantastic student and a leader in our student body. I can speak to her many intellectual gifts, and she excelled in both of my classes. And even in the absolutely terrific cohort of students who are graduating this year, and I mean all of you that I'm looking at, she really stands out. At NYU, Nora has conducted research focused on empowering female-identifying patients with disabilities to advocate for themselves in healthcare settings under Professor Jean Bay's leadership. She also co-founded the Reproductive Rights Club to educate and mobilize students in support of reproductive health equity. After graduation, Nora will return to her alma mater to begin medical school. Her passion, her dedication, and advocacy embodies the very best of our profession. So please join me in welcoming Nora Day to the podium.
It is not easy to be a pioneer, but oh, is it fascinating. This is a quote from Elizabeth Blackwell, the first woman in America to receive a medical degree and become a physician. In her memoir, Judith Heumann, renowned disability rights activist, wrote that most things are possible when you assume problems can be solved. And Faye Waddleton, a midwife and the first African-American president of Planned Parenthood, once said, "The only safe ship in a storm is leadership." When I initially sat down to write this speech, I knew that I wanted it to have a central theme: risk-taking. The words from the powerful women of which I just recited exemplify this theme well. But why risk-taking? Why, as we reach the culmination of our degree-seeking process, do we still need to discuss the importance of taking risks? Didn't we do enough of that through the late-night library study sessions while we hurried to turn in that paper seconds before the deadline? The short answer is no. In fact, the real risk-taking begins right now. When I arrived at NYU 2 years ago, I felt confident that this was going to be a relatively easy journey. I would navigate the city with ease and assuredness and play a role in enacting major changes to improve the public health of those around me. Spoiler alert, that all sounds much easier than it actually is. Throughout my first year of courses, I learned all about the obstacles people face in securing health insurance and the way our current systems perpetuate healthcare disparities and overall inequity. Outside of academics, I struggled personally. A city highly lauded for its walkability is not that accessible for someone who needs some extra help to walk. I vividly remember thinking to myself, what have I done? What career field have I chosen to enter? Was any of this a good idea? Is success in either of these aspects of life even possible? Little did I know that, true to the guiding principles of NYU's School of Global Public Health, thinking big, going far, learning together, and inspiring change, things were about to turn the corner. I noticed that for possibly the first time in my life, I was being listened to and valued not in spite of what makes me different, but because of it. My classmates during post-class dinners at restaurants in the village, where spirited discussions about potential policy changes to expand healthcare coverage took place, carried my walker up and down the stairs. These same classmates opened doors, pulled out chairs, and encouraged me to share my story. My professors became mentors as they took me under their wings and allowed me the opportunity to lead my own research project regarding disability rights in healthcare. They helped me secure internships at local hospitals and never disregarded my capabilities to make a difference. Through all of their actions, those who make up the GPH community clearly demonstrated how, when embraced, an environment rooted in belonging, fairness, and representation not only fuels collaboration, but also empowers individuals to take bold intellectual risks. In such a space, people feel safe to challenge norms, ask hard questions, and pursue discovery without fear, in turn driving innovation rather than hindering it. The values portrayed in each of these instances, the very values embedded in the mission of the NYU School of Global Public Health, ultimately are what fostered my success in this program. However, the ability to display these values and nurture positive outcomes was all dependent upon taking a risk. Every moment, my perseverance, my classmates' compassion, the unwavering support of faculty was made possible because someone dared to step outside their comfort zone. Today, I stand before you to exclaim that the risk-taking cannot end here. It must continue and intensify in your work, in your future pursuits of education, in your advocacy, in your leadership. The world will not change by playing it safe, but instead by your decisions to challenge outdated and oppressive systems, to speak up when it is easier not to reach out when it is safer to turn your head the other way. In obtaining a degree in public health, you've made a commitment to serving disadvantaged populations, to promoting a more just healthcare sector, to challenging the status quo of policies and programs that fail to put people first, to lead populations into a healthier tomorrow. It sounds daunting, I know. But as famed poet Mary Oliver transcribed, I tell you this to break your heart, by which I mean only that it break open and never close again to the rest of the world. Our work will not be simple. The challenges will come. Do not fret. Your time here has prepared you for triumph. Toil determinedly, despair sparingly, celebrate intensely, and remember, it is not easy to be a pioneer, but oh, is it fascinating. Thank you.
Thank you, Nora Caroline Day. Dr. Diana Silver, please remain at the podium to present the Faculty Awards in Teaching Excellence and Faculty of the Year, as well as Student Awards in Student Engagement and Public Health Practice and Leadership Award.
Okay. That was really hard to follow, but I have the pleasure of presenting the Faculty Awards, and the first is our GPH Teaching Excellence Award, which is selected by the faculty. This year, I have the honor of presenting the award to two wonderful faculty members. The first is Dr. Virginia Chang, Associate Professor of Social and Behavioral Sciences. The second GPH Teaching Excellence Award recognizes one of our early career faculty members. Please congratulate Alden Lai, the Assistant Professor of Public Health Policy and Management. Now we have the Faculty of the Year Awards, which are chosen by our student body. And there are two awardees as well here. The first Faculty of the Year Award goes to Jean Bay. Clinical Associate Professor of Public Health Policy and Management. The next Faculty of the Year Award is presented to Yang Feng, the Professor of Biostatistics. Now I want to introduce the first set of student awards for student engagement and public health practice and leadership. For the Student Engagement Award, we have 4 recipients. I will announce each recipient individually to receive their award. The first recipient is Tuluwashe Akinula. The next recipient is Natalia Isabel de la Vina. The next award goes to Elizabeth Gomez Lomeli. And the last award is the Public Health Practice and Leadership Award. And this award goes to Oyin Kansala Babayonde. Congratulations to you all.
It is my pleasure to introduce the Public Health Research Awards. This year we have 6 research awards. I will announce each recipient individually to receive their award. The first recipient is Kaylin Way. The next award is for student engagement, Maya Angelina Capel. Back to our research awards. Next up is Priyanka Lanka. Lorena Lee Martinez. Jenshung Eng Ma. Yabing Cheng. Leroy Eliprim Kwame Akoto. The final award is the Public Health Social Justice Award, and this goes to Oyin Consola Babadeo. Congratulations to all of this year's awards recipients.
NYU GPH was more than a school. It was a launch pad for me.
I am the public health leader and professional that I am today because of my time here at NYU.
These past 2 years flew so fast.
It has opened my eyes to the possibilities and to the experiences that I need to be who I want to be. So it's been really amazing. I am really going to miss the community at NYU, having friends, professors, and everyone around me that made it such an enjoyable experience.
That camaraderie is definitely something I'm going to miss.
I will miss being a student, just being able to sit and absorb all the knowledge with other like-minded individuals.
One thing I'm going to miss for sure is coming to my classes and seeing my friends, as well as going to lab every Friday.
I'm going to miss the plant wall. I loved walking into 708 and seeing it. It's so beautiful.
I'm going to miss the Study Strong Week events, the free tickets to shows and activities.
We got to spend 2.5 weeks in London, learn about the topic, and be a part of the space.
Access to these amazing buildings at NYU. I wish I could keep my pass or ID card forever, but
yeah, that's not possible. So I'll definitely miss the GPH outings. Like, I love going out and meeting new people, connecting with new people.
One thing which I'm not going to miss will be commute to NYU itself. It was a hectic for me.
New York City traffic and the subway system.
I wouldn't miss the late night deadlines and the never-ending group projects emails.
NYU GPH has helped me to become a unique public health expert with excellent interprofessional skills.
The events that are always happening everywhere at GPH, and also being an international student, this really helped me to feel more welcome.
It gave me the training, the opportunities, the connections, the support, and the courage to dream bigger about my career in health equity and climate justice.
It's meant the world to me. As a first-generation low-income student, these places and this type of education is usually not accessible to us. Being able to get this education and get the tools from this GPH program and now go back to my community and help in whatever capacity I'm able to help has just been an incredible experience.
For someone who flew over 6,000 miles from Nigeria to the United States for the first time for my master's in public health, I would say that I have loved every bit of the experience.
Friends and family, colleagues that has been there for me. Thank you so much.
Shout out to DRPH cohort number 1. We did it.
Shout out to my son Moses, my friend Juan, my aunt Wendy, and to one of my role models, Dr. Mark Wolf, who have helped lay the foundation and possibility of me becoming a first-generation graduate student.
Huge shout out to my family in Nigeria and abroad for their endless support.
My mother, Rishpal Kaur, and my sister Manpreet, and my 2 aunts, Jaspal and Gubakshmasi. They are my 4 pillars. I'm very thankful for them.
The amazing staff and professors,
my mentors, my friends, family, God. Thank you to all the patients that I've turned friends and family also.
Shout out to my mom, my dad, Adeze, and Tasha.
Hi Mama, hi Baba, Hamadulaiso. Thank you for being here.
Thank you to my family, my support system. Without all of you amazing people, I wouldn't be here. So, love you guys.
Congratulations, graduates.
The admissions team knew you had it in you before day one.
Go out there and make us proud.
Your journey is just beginning.
We can't wait to see the impact you will make.
Congratulations, class of 2025, and shout out to the epidemiology and SPS students.
Huge shout out to all the biostatistics and community health science and practice students.
Shout out to our public health nutrition students and our policy and management students.
Shout out to all my global health, environmental, and dual degree students. Congratulations.
Shout out to our GPH student club leaders.
Congratulations to all the biostatistical students and all of the social and behavioral sciences students. Thank you to all of the students in my attachment and health disparities research lab.
Congratulations to the class of 2025 on this incredible day.
Congratulations, you have worked so hard. Now you are ready. We are thrilled to see what you do.
Congratulations to all of the GPH graduates. My hope for you is that you keep learning and that you work hard to improve the health of all people.
Very special shout out to my students in the disaster courses, the students who are in my complex public health disaster lab, and the students who work on our journal for disasters. Special congrats to our first class of DRPH graduates.
Especially to the joint degree students with nursing, medicine, social work, and public administration who I've had the pleasure of advising over the last few years. This is a really historic graduation for the school and for NYU, as we will be awarding the first ever DRPH degrees to students who will be future leaders in public health practice in government, in public health, and in the private sector.
Congratulations, graduates. We're so very proud of you, and we're all so excited to see what you're going to do after you graduate. Stay connected to one another, stay connected to us. We are now part of a network, and that network is going to help us all get through tough times. It's going to help us celebrate good times. This is the most important resource that you have right now, is one another. So please take advantage of that. Please stay in touch with us. Congratulations, and we'll see you soon.
As a graduate of the class of 2025, your journey through NYU School of Global Public Health has been marked by dedication and resilience. You have navigated demanding coursework, engaged with different perspectives, and become part of a strong community of scholars and practitioners. I've been deeply impressed by your commitment to learning and passion for public health, especially in a world that continues to face significant health challenges. Today, as we celebrate this achievement, remember the power of partnerships and collaboration and the importance of community in advancing public health goals. The challenges ahead require collective action, empathy, and a shared commitment to the well-being of all. Your time at NYU GPH has prepared you to be a vital contributor in this effort. Congratulations, and we wish you all the best in your future endeavors to create a healthier world.
We will now begin our hooding for PhD, DRPH, and diploma ceremony for graduates. Please hold your applause until all the names in the group have been read. Also, please do not leave your seat or approach the stage during the hooding ceremony, as you will prevent others from seeing their graduates on stage. For everyone's comfort, we will forego a congratulatory handshake with Dean Melody Goodman. Thank you for your cooperation in making this a special ceremony for everyone. We now ask Kaylee Blaney, Senior Fellow to the Dean and Interim Assistant Dean of Practice and Doctoral Programs, to present our doctoral candidates and the faculty member hooding them.
Hello everyone, welcome. This year I have the honor of presenting our PhD graduates. I ask the graduates and their advisors to come up to be hooded as I call their names. Our first graduate is Dr. Simon Suntha and his advisor, Dr. Danielle Ompod. Simon's dissertation title was The Impact of Self-Perceived and Group Identity on the Sexual Health of Men Who Have Sex with Men and Transgender Women in the Philippines. Congratulations, Dr. Suntha. Our second graduate is Dr. Erica Wood and her advisor, Dr. Stephanie Cook. Erica's dissertation title was The Application of an Intersectional Framework to Understand Health of Transgender Women, the Intersectional Minority Stress and Social Safety Framework. Congratulations to our PhD graduates.
Thank you, Kaylee Blaney. Please welcome to the podium, Joe Ivy Buford, Director of the Doctor of Public Health Program and Clinical Professor of Global and Environmental Health. Joe will present our DRPH candidates and the faculty member hooding them.
Thank you very much. I'm not nearly as serious as the picture there on the video, so it's really a pleasure to be here, and I have a real honor to present to you the NYU School of Global Public Health's first recipients of the Doctor of Public Health DRPH degree. It is also the first time the DRPH degree is being awarded by New York University, so we are making history here today. The DRPH is the highest professional degree in public health practice. Students entering the program have already received a graduate degree in public health or a related field and have 3 to 5 years of professional work experience. In addition to completing required and elective coursework, the students must complete an advanced applied practice experience by conducting a project of significance to a client organization that also advances the public's health. Finally, the students also complete a dissertation oriented towards developing evidence for action in programs and policy to improve the health of communities. We recognize both of these efforts as they receive their degrees. As director of the DRPH program, I've had the pleasure to work with and learn from these incredible trailblazers, innovators, and public health changemakers. We are so proud of all of your tremendous accomplishments and can't wait to see your future unfold. I'd also like to acknowledge Dr. Cheryl Merzel, who was critical to the creation of the DRPH program and co-directed it with me in the first year. Now I'd like to invite the graduates and their advisors to come up to be hooded as I call their names. First, Dr. Sarah Al-Munif and her advisor, Dr. Ji Chang. Sarah's advanced applied practice experience was the Ministerial Committee for Health and All Policies of the Saudi Ministry of Health,
addressing their challenge of advancing equity within the Health in All Policies framework in Saudi Arabia. Sarah's dissertation topic was the Patient Reported Indicator Survey in Saudi Arabia, measuring patient-reported outcomes and experiences in adults age 18 to 44. Everybody has to wait for both things they did in their terminal event. Next is Dr. Dalia Al-Muhammad Ali and her advisor, Dr. David Abramson. Dalia's advanced applied practice experience was conducted with Northwell Health System to address their challenge of addressing physician burnout, an initiative to strengthen a health system's response. Her dissertation was on a related topic, the adoption and use of health information technology features by physicians. Dalia. Our next awardee is Dr. John Patenya and his advisor, Dr. Emmanuel Pepra. John's advanced applied practice experience was conducted with the NIH Fogarty Center for International Health on utilizing community engagement strategies to advance implementation science outcomes in low and middle income countries. John's dissertation was on the acceptability and feasibility of implementing a task-sharing mental health intervention for sickle cell disease populations in low and middle income countries. Congratulations. Next, Dr. Julius Torres Kellinghusen and his advisor, Dr. Yeshim Tozan. Julius's advanced applied practice experience was conducted with Health Right International, a global NGO, on caring for carers, addressing mental health gaps for humanitarian and development workers. His dissertation extended this work with the Workplace Well-Being Assessment, developing an instrument to evaluate and improve organizational structures impacting the well-being of aid workers. And finally, Dr. Marcia Williams and her advisor, Dr. Robin Gershon. Marcia's advanced applied practice experience was conducted with a global nonprofit, AmeriCares, addressing the challenge of climate change in health, anticipatory action for climate-related disorders. Marcia's dissertation extended this work to focus on the adoption of anticipatory action for weather emergencies in the Caribbean. Barriers. My sincerest thanks to all of the faculty advisors, our DRPH faculty committee, and all the faculty and students and program administrators who supported the establishment and growth of the DRPH program. And congratulations to all of you receiving your master's and to our DRPH graduates and future leaders of global public health. Thank you.
Thank you, Joe Ivy Buford. We now invite the GPH graduating class to walk across the stage and receive their diplomas, starting with the candidates for MA in Bioethics.
Christina Mickens. Jack Levy. Aaron Smith. J.D. Andrea Pelaez. Amalia Elena Ali. Ava White-Spinsky. David Kefala Gerhard. Sandro Schweizer. Kayla Natale. Asri Aulia Rahma. Julia Tague Lacrone. Sarah Binte Zamad. Deshara Thomas. Ruksat Tamisra Kabir. Kelvin S. Jack. Catherine Ott. Emily Pangalila. Lauren Colasso. Maria Medvedchikova. Emily Nugent. Kyle Alexander Truvillian. Tiffany Rose Martinez. Lauren Ashley Alexander. Thanushka Bachchan. Shannon Malloy. Elena Holloman. Faith Payson. Cheyenne Sewell. Natalie Maritza Navarro. Adebola Badebo. Maya Angelina Capel. Elizabeth Gomez.
James Abruzzo. We now welcome the candidates receiving their diplomas with an MPH in epidemiology. Shonette Richmond.
Tanushri Depnath. Rasmika Kumar. Mashlinda Novai. Catherine Reyes. Giselle Rodriguez. Nike Kidasheli. Shema Hassan. Kiana Morales. Drishti Lucky. Leah Mautner. Lexi Zinzelmeyer. Katie Feng. Camille Rivera. Mateo Rufo. Regina Truong. Malika Khanna. Shasib Khalik Sheikh. Hui Wen. Behruz Nasir, Xinxian Zheng, Huabin Lei, Qi Chanbai, Jiachi Du, Kushpreet Kaur, Neha Shyamkul, Madhur Milin Suryawanshi, Lee Ann Lug, Cameron Renee Lindsay, Allison Marie Yelsma, Angel Kanda, Jacqueline Lucia, Alexa Rubens, Julissa Gomez, Kanisha Padshala, Mutanandam Santosh Ashok, Tacey Cox, Minhui Pai, Arpita Das, Justo Alvarez, Denzel Reynolds Edwards, Daniel Bedoya, Natalia Ramon, Brianna Baez, Khushbu Udeshi, Sakshi Thakur Gautam, So In Kim, P. Tsen Sun, Ning Xin Zhao, Yifeng Liang,
We now welcome the candidates receiving their diplomas with an MS in epidemiology.
Maitri Srinidhi, Yinglu Chu, Ke Li, Heng Chu, Sarah Krishi, Ziming Li, Alexandra Falk, Morgan Birthright, Melanie Krug,
We now welcome the MPH candidates in Global Health to receive their diplomas.
Julia Dallas Bathan. Luca Bell Hiega Marilyn. Oyinkansola Babayode.
Saran Shera.
Akeem Brown. Ishita Subhash Nair. Mansi Narayan. Dwani Bhadresa. Ritu Himanshu Tejaswini Bhatt. Oyinkansola Taiwo. Mario Antonio Gallegos. Zoe Howard. Robin Ye-Rim Lee. Dania Mohammed. Iman Yusuf. Saba Gurma. Victoria Ebunoluwa Awagbemi. Sukaina Aziz. Anatea Einhorn. Isabella Elzarki. Rimsha Minhaz. Mahnor Ahmed. Mehriban Zainali. Elide Echart Alustre. Madison Crombie. Luis Guillermo Gomez Escobar. Jose Guadalupe Flores Hernandez. Catherine Del Carmen Martinez. Claudia Martin. Kate Sintron. Kiana Harrod. Curlisha Lord. Sam Garcia. Andrea de Jesus Romero. Ariana Yu. Yasmin Al-Haj. Natalia Isabel de la Viña. Corian DeMont Thomas. Lisa Faraj. Catherine Margaret Dewey. Kelsey Katsanes. Kylie Simone Dixon. Iqra Noor. Priyanka Lanka. Deborah Oyadeji. Edric Kevin Vaval. Monira Alcathlan. Benta Ndai. Amisha O'Connor. Gloria Garcia. Sarah Hillary Merkin. Geneva Brown.
Michael DeLito.
Jisha Puri. Leah Shulman. Fernando Palaguachi. Hasya Donthula. Aline Mutabazi. Isabel Torney. Sophia Onaja. Alex Schwatter. Nene Awoma.
Haya Srur. Justin Andrews.
Yuan Yuan Hu. Yuhan Shi. Hawan Chen. Edward Zhang. Samantha Nahazda Carey Whitegeese. Sari Stone. Karuna B. Sudir. Celeste Alvarado. Marielle Teresa Cruz. Afnan Al-Sufyani.
We now welcome the MPH candidates in Environmental Public Health to receive their diplomas.
Alexandra Bova. Jamie Epstein. Rohan Jani. Jamila Marund.
We now welcome the dual MPH degree candidates to receive their diplomas.
Kelsey Patterson, Rachel Rosenberg, Claire O'Callahan, Brian Augusto Angulo, Sarah Nemitz, Afreen Kimani, Abby Briggs, Cynthia Abio Smart, Kristen Gladish,
We now welcome the MPH candidates in Health Policy and Management to receive their diplomas.
Nora Day, Jamie Polanski, Natnell Abate, Shajida Shahid, Sarah Al-Babtain, Jared Benjamin Lefcourt, Rachel Olavianikov,
Olivia Grace Falcone,
Nelson Roeda Argumedo, Nikitha Majiga, Luis Daniel Salazar Diaz, Rao Fu, Kartiki Vaidya, Harold Jathania, Mei Fu Kin, Victoria Eng, Tracy Law, Leroy Elikplim Kwame Akoto, Cody Stevens, Lysidine Cherubin, Oriana Leia Purbaksh, Kyle White, Leah Elster, Gemma Axelrad, Caroline Grunwald, Madeline Van Spaybrook, Erica Pozio, Rosaline Campbell, Sharon Tam, Omar Al-Buaimi, Shalu Madan, Jannat Zahid Malik. Francis Yu. Elise Clarer. Hans Neumann. Maria Alicia Muñoz. Andrew Riblet. Toru Sato. Colleen Humes. Basie Huang. Danielle Graves. Arti Parmanand.
Chrysanta Palmer.
Toluwalashe Akinlui.
We now welcome the MPH candidates in Public Health Nutrition to receive their diplomas.
Dr. Susan Entris Nagel. Stephanie Shen.
Ning Wei.
Raya Xi. Tao Zhu. Shi Zui Xi. Maya Zia Shakari. Vatsala Tiwari. Lorana Lee Martinez. Fatima Al-Dasari. Wenying Lee. Jiahui Xu. Amanda Chiorchari. Ashley Sefcik. Naomi Adeyefa. Patrick Agins.
We now welcome the MPH candidates in Social and Behavioral Sciences to receive their diplomas.
Sarika Vora. Ariel Binns. Serena Leung. Juliana Upchurch. Cecilia Reisner. Rihanna Romanovsky. Linda Yvette Gonzalez Sarinanya. Olivia Morris. Arelis Yamilet Romero. Tehetna Falege. Vanessa Kamandali. Zoe Marie Mongbet Lamar. Kate Navarro.
We now welcome the MPH candidates in biostatistics to receive their diplomas.
Shirley Shen. Jia Le Zai. Qin Yang.
Jia Sheng Zhao.
Jiacheng Gang. Xie. Meiki Wan. Shreya Ramella. Varun Puera. Annie Chio. Zijie Zhuang. Santiago Puentes. Weng In Leong. Kaesang Wangmo. Yilong Yu.
Yuanpeng Li. We now welcome the candidates receiving their MS in biostatistics.
Wang Yichang. Xiaodong Hu. Haoyang Zhang. Zichuan Yu. Shewei Liang.
Hing Yao Gong.
Yupong He. Martin Lee. Jaylene Delgado. Kate Ayers.
Yulu He.
Kongjian Wang. Wang Rushui. Hanju Yuan. Erjun Heng. Cheng Luo. Chunyuan Xiang. Lin Xiaoyuan. Tunhe. Shuhan Shi. Nicholas Zhu. Vaiheng Ni. Ziyang Xu. Bang Junzhang.
Han Gao. Ray Tong.
Bing Yue Zhang. Xiao Xuan Peng. Shu Peng. Chulian Zhou. Yuxin Fu. Xingye He. Xiangyi Chu. Ruo Shi Yang. Jihan Lo. Cho Yui Eng. Minghong Xie. Runze Wang. Zhi Yiying. Heng Lei. Sarah Hyman. Rinhao Li. Yunhan Zhang. Yi Ling. Jingyuan Chen. Xinrui Hu. Huaiqin Huang. Ivy Zhao. Xiaotong Chao. Helen Liang. Minyoung Xu. Kaylin Wei. Jia Yuan Guo. Jiali Guo. Angela Chung. Yanbing Chen. Wenxian Zheng.
Chao Fun Li.
Boyan Wu. Edward Wong. Yu Hongzhao. Zhi Yuanning. Qirei Zhang. Haoran Lu. Bowen Ma. Sanjana Batula. Sophie Majarova. Farah Besh. Kajal Gupta. Chuan Yuan. Yinuo Wang. Jingshuan Ma. Warsame Mead. Sophia Jensen. Nate Maxey. Fabiola Etienne.
This concludes our graduation ceremony. Please give all our graduates a round of applause.
Congratulations to the NYU School of Global Public Health class of 2025. Before we conclude, I'd like to recognize all the people in this theater, family, friends, mentors, and loved ones who have supported our students throughout their academic journey. You all deserve a round of applause. Congratulations again, class of 2025. I wish you much success and great impact in your career.
We asked that all graduates and guests remain in their seats for the recessional. Once the faculty have departed, the graduates will then exit the theater. Guests are asked to exit the theater through the side and back doors. You can meet your graduate outside the theater.